Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got another little menu effect for you today. If I hover over, you'll see we've got some little brackets that appear and our little menu changes colour right there. Nice little effect to have on your site. Easy to do. We've got to do a bit of coding for this today, but don't let that put you off. Any coding I do, I'll put down below the video, and you're welcome to use it however you wish. To do this today, I'm going to use the theme customizer, and we'll write it in there so we can see what's going on. To get there, go to your dashboard, down to appearance, and then customize. That'll bring you to this page. Hit the additional CSS panel at the bottom. You can also write code in the Divi options in the general tab, but we're going to use this today so we can see exactly what's going on in real time. So let's just undo what I've done. We'll publish, and I'll refresh the page, and we'll start from scratch. Okay, there we go. We're back to how we were initially. Okay, well, let's give our code a title, always a good idea. And that's // // Anything that's written in between the two stars will not be read as code, so it's great for notes and titles and stuff. Okay, what do we need to do? Well, I'm using Google Chrome here with the great inspector tools, and most browsers have this nowadays. If yours doesn't, Chrome is a free download. I'm just going to inspect one of these links. And there's our links right there. But what I really want to affect is the list item, because if we hover over that, we've got some height and some width to it, which should work quite well for us. So we're going to target the nav, which is a class name. That's two class names, ET menu, then there's a gap, another class name, nav. So we're going to target nav, and we're going to target the list item within the nav. So let's do that. Nav's a class item. All class items have to have a dot or a period in front. So it's dot nav. And we want to target the list item. Now we can open and close some curly brackets. And inside we've got to tell it what we actually want. And what we're actually going to do is create something that attaches to the list item there, which will be a before and an after pseudo class. So let's do, right after the I of list item, we're going to put 2 colons and the word before. Then I'm going to put a comma, and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go after the comma there. I'm going to drop down another line. I'm going to paste it in there. I'm going to change the before on this one to after. So because we've got a comma in there, we're affecting both of those, list item before and after. Now I've got to tell it what I actually want inside. Well, I'm going to be putting some content. This will be our brackets, colon, and then we'll open some inverted commas, semicolon, next line of code. Now you're not going to be able to see much because I haven't actually given it a color or a size or anything yet. So we want some content. I'm going to give it a height, say 10 pixels. You can always adjust this later on. And a width of 10 pixels. I'm going to make the position absolute so it stays exactly where we put it. Okay, well, we've defined some parameters there. Now let's see if we can't make it happen. We'll create one for each of these. So let's grab this first one, nav list item before. I'm going to drop down and we'll define what we're having in there. So let's open and close some curly brackets here. And again, I can actually pretty much copy what I've done above here because we're putting more content in. So I'm going to say content. I'm going to do exactly the same. Inverted commas. And we're going to drop down, and we've already put the position absolute for this above. So where do we want it? I want it right on the right hand side, so I'm going to say right. 0. And I'm going to put it, if we hover over this, remember we're working on this whole thing, I'm going to put it about 30 picks down from the top and 30 picks up from the bottom. So I'm going to say top. Let's say 20 picks. We can adjust it in a minute when we can see what's going on. It's going to bring it down 20 picks from the top. Now we can actually add our border. So we'll say border. Top. I'm going to make mine 2 picks solid. Just for argument's sake, I'm just going to make it blue right now. And as you can see, something has appeared right there. So we're starting to be able to see it. And I'm actually going to do the same for the right hand border. And we'll be able to see that now. Things are starting to appear. And I've got to change that to right. As you can see, we've got our first little bracket there. Fantastic. Okay. Well, let's copy this whole thing. And you're probably a step ahead of me. Control C to copy. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to paste it there. And I'm going to change this to after. And that should make our second one appear, but it's going to be in the wrong place. The reason you can't see it is right on top of our other one. So let's adjust it. This one, I'm going to put it on the left 0. As you can see, or you can actually see it now. But I don't want it to be border top. And I want it sort of up from the bottom by 20 picks. So I'm going to change that to bottom. As you can see, it's down there. And of course, I don't want it border top. I want it border bottom. And I don't want this right, I want left. Now we've actually got brackets around our little menu items there. But they're not quite where we want them. They're too close together. They're too far away from our actual links themselves. So let's sort that out. Let's take this up to say 25 picks. So it's 25 picks down from the top. It's a bit better. Let's go up a couple more. Yeah, that's quite tight. And let's do the same for the bottom. So we'll say 27 picks. So it should be similar. There we go. Great. Now it looks like we need to spread them out by giving them a bit more margin on each side. And we're working on the nav list item here. We're going to have to force this to overwrite the styles. So I'm going to grab this class here, .nav list item. Drop down a couple. Open some curly brackets. And let's say margin, right. And we'll spread them out a bit more. Let's try 10 picks. Like I say, we'll probably have to force this. So I'll say 10 picks. Yeah, nothing's happened, so I've got to use the important. Don't like to use this, but I'm going to have to overwrite some styles here. There we go. That's spread that out a bit. I think 10's probably going to do it. Let's make it maybe 12. Yeah, that's great. Great. So we only really want to see these when we're hovering over it. So let's go up. And here we are. We've got them right here where we started. If I put opacity 0, they'll disappear. But when we hover over, we want to change that link color to the blue. And we want our little brackets to appear. So let's take our two class names right here. Make sure to get the dot. And I'll take that first bracket. Let's just pop down underneath. And we'll create a hover state for both of them. Let's put the other curly bracket on there to get rid of that error. Okay, and we don't actually put it after the before as we do with most hover effects. We're going to actually put it after the list item, the actual thing we're trying to affect here. So in between the two colons there, I'm going to put the word hover. I'm going to do the same for the one below. So we created a hover state for this, and we want the opacity to be 1, which is fully visible. Change that to a 1. So when we hover over it, it's now appearing, which is great. It's appearing a little bit quickly, so let's maybe get it to take half a second or so to come in. So in the regular state, not the hover state, let's give it a transition duration. So I'm going to say transition dash duration. I'm going to give mine about half a second, so that's 0.5 s semicolon. There we go, that's a little more gradual there. And of course I want to make that link the same color when we're hovering over it. So we've got this here, and where we want that is the anchor tag there, so it'd be nav list item A. So let's grab this. We got our nav list item, and we want to affect the anchor tag, but we only want it to affect on hover. So A, no space, the word hover. Open and close some curly brackets. What do we want it to do? Well, we want to change the color. And I put a generic blue in there. I'll just continue using that blue for this demonstration. So I'm going to say color, blue. With the one I had earlier, I matched it to my logo blue there, which is really easy to do. So is this actually going to work? Yeah, it's worked. It's a bit pale looking there, which makes me think that Divi's got opacity settings for that. So let's override that. And again, we'll say opacity 1, which is fully visible. But we're going to have to force this again, so I'm going to use that important there. Let's put a colon in, and we'll put a semicolon in there too, just in case we want to add some more code. That's better. That's the full blue right there. I mean, we could have gone in to the menu and done that, but that's working fine now. So we pretty much got everything we want, but I thought it'd be nice to have that a little animated so it sort of slides out from the center a bit. So we can use some transform translate with that, and we'll do it on the before and the after, and we'll give it some negative. So we'll say transform colon translate. Open some round brackets now, and in between we can give it what we want. I want it to sort of pull over by a negative 100%, so I'm going to say negative 100%, comma, and I want it to be sort of 50% the other way, so just put in 50% there. And I'm going to copy this, and I know you can't see what's going on yet, but all will become apparent. I'm going to put it in the after as well, but I'm just going to switch around those numbers a little bit. So we've got positive 100% and negative 50%. That should work. Then I'm going to bring it all back, because what I've done is sort of skewed it like that, so it's right over the top of the writing. Then it's going to come out when we hover over it to our original position. So what I can do now, we've already got our hover before and after here. I can put the transform translate in there as well, and we'll just bring this right back to 0 by putting a 0 either side of the comma there. There we go, and as you can see, it's animating outwards there, which is just what we want. So let's actually get that logo color and make it the same so it matches the site here. I'm using a free Chrome color picker here. I'm just going to grab that hex code. And everywhere we see the blue, we can put in our hex color, which will be hashtag. And then the hex code, I'm just going to copy that so I don't have to put the hashtag in every time. And last one. I might have to overwrite the styles on that one. That's better. And we'll need to refresh and we should be good to go. So I'm going to publish the changes. Let's go to our page here and we'll refresh this page. And there we go. We've got our little animated brackets around our links at the top there. So there you go, guys. That's how to add a little animated bracket effect to your Divi top menu. Don't forget the code will be down below the video for anybody that just wants to cut and paste it and change the colours and sizes. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.